From Soldiers Field in Chicago, Illinois. The Bears have beaten the Redskins 3 of the last 4 times they have faced. So it's 2nd and 5 from the 49 for Vince Evans. He has Chris Haynes wide right and Brian Baschnagel wide left. And they go to Payton on a trap, and he's out in front. And there goes Little Walter all the way. For Walter Payton, he had not scored a touchdown since 7 weeks ago against the Saints.
Well, this is a fast trap that we talked about at the start of the show. 69, Revisori pulling and trapping. Payton hits it quickly. With his speed, he's gone.
Tony Peters trying to run him down, but there was no chance. And so the Bears electrifying the sellout crowd. A 51-yard touchdown run on a quick trap for Walter Payton. And now we'll see about Bob Thomas's point after. The hold and kick. It is good.
Well, we said the Bears had to run to win. And a back like Payton needs a big play early to get going.
They shut him out for 7 weeks, not today. So the Bears have it 1st and 10 on the 40. Scott and Baschnagel in a slot left. Play action fake to Payton. Evans down the middle, and all alone is James Scott. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
Now, the reason that was such a good call is because it was play action. They faked the run. Here's a split screen. Fake the run. Goes back. Pretty good protection. He got hit on the delivery sack. The ball was a little bit behind Scott, but he made a good catch. Now he turns it on. Now he shows his racehorse speed. Gets away from Murphy and Peters. Well-executed play, Vin.
The 2nd touchdown for James Scott this year. The 5th touchdown for Evans. He has had 8 interceptions. The kick by Thomas is good. And so the Chicago Bears had scored 32 points in the first half in 9 games. And they have scored 14 points in less than 6 minutes in the first quarter.
If you have to get behind, now is the time to get behind when you got plenty of time to catch up. Joe looks like is staying to the game plan.
Talking about time, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 13-yard line. So it was a lateral run and only a yard gain. Now you have McDaniel inside Monk in a slot right. Theismann looking left, throws it to Gary Campbell. And Campbell is inside the 5.
Well, that was a bootleg. That was what we call a waggle action, where the backs go one way. Watch the backs go to the left. Theismann rolls out. Looks like the ball was deflected. Looked like his arm was hit. He was trying to throw to the wide receiver.
And Theismann had to finally tackle him. For Gary Campbell, that was his 3rd interception. For Theismann, it was his 11th interception. Here's the man that Theismann was looking for, wide on the left side. And take a look at Theismann's arm get hit. Alan Page got a hand on him.
Alan Page hit his arm, made the ball flutter.
So it is 1st and goal on the 3. That's the 2nd turnover. Remember, Wilbur Jackson fumbled to the Bears earlier. Payton and Harper, and they're going to go to Walter Payton, but he is decked as he got back to the line of scrimmage. Hit hard. Neil Olkowitz hit him. Jarris White was up there as well. Meanwhile, Gary Campbell feeling very happy about things. 4 years out of Colorado, a free agent back in '77. 28 years old, coming up with that big interception.
Then on that interception, Theismann executes that play about as well as anybody. It's a waggle action. Both backs go one way, he goes the other, and you hit the split end on a slant pattern.
They lost a yard, so it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Evans on a quick hitter to Walter Payton, and he got down to about the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from about the 2.
Well, they're hammering away. Direct hits right down in here. That's the thing to do. The thing that makes it difficult, the defense the Bears right now, with Evans at quarterback, you got an extra runner in the backfield. His sprint outs, rollouts, designed as a run. All the way, designed as a run.
We'll repeat the fact that Evans has rushed for a touchdown in each of his last 3 games, and he has 4 rushing touchdowns. However, it's Harper all alone. Would you believe it? It is 20-0 Chicago in the first quarter.
Well, mistakes will do it every time. You make mistakes, you beat yourself. Look at the blocking. Noah Jackson.
The Bears have cashed it in on the fumble recovery by Jackson's fumble. They went on to score on that pass to James Scott, and now on the interception by Campbell, they go on to score, make the point, and it is 21-0 Chicago in the first quarter. You know what you have to remember, if you're old enough, 1940, the 73-0 game. Remember that one?
George Hallis told me about that game many times.
200 yards rushing against Washington. The 4th time this year the Skins have given up over 200 rushing, and the Bears have already rushed for 91 yards in the first quarter. But Evans is going to go upstairs. Has time. A deep release to Payton.
Well, 2 things. They gave him the time to throw, and they put Payton on the linebacker.
Well, we just finished calling off the bomb, so here it is again. He had thrown one for 65 yards to Payton earlier, and this time from the Bear 46-yard line, it's a 54-yard touchdown pass to Walter Payton. Payton way out in front,
of
and he's gone.
Malott,
and
57.
Peters
was the coverage man. He had the time. No linebacker will stay with a back like Payton if he has the time to throw.
That's the first touchdown that Payton has scored receiving this year. It's his 2nd touchdown of the day. Remember, he went 51 yards rushing for a touchdown. The point is good, and they just can't believe it here at Soldiers Field. The Chicago Bears, the so-called slow-starting Chicago Bears, are leading the Washington Redskins 28-0, and we're just getting the chairs warm. Hardiman, and Buddy fumbles the ball, and the Bears recover. Gary Fensick, number 45, recovered the loose ball for the Chicago Bears.
Well, here it is. A sweep. Both guards pull. Let's see how he's carrying that football. He's got a pretty good hole there. Saul out in front of him. Walterscheid went for the arm, went for the elbow. He didn't have the ball securely put away. Here it is. Here it is again. See him go for the arm and the elbow and just jar the ball loose.
On the sideline, Gary Campbell intercepted a pass that led to a Bear touchdown. And down on his knee, Gary Fensick, who had his nose in on a fumble recovery moments ago. Meanwhile, Neil Armstrong huddling with Vince Evans, trying to get a few more points in 43 seconds.
You know, Vin, what we haven't seen, but with a quarterback like Vince Evans, a quarterback draw, any play designed where he can just turn it on and run is a tremendous thing, and this is a good area to field.
But, George, isn't that an unnecessary risk to have your quarterback run leading 28-0?
Could be, but he's a pretty good athlete. He's tough. He works out the year round. You never have enough points in the National Football League.
The Bears have actually had the ball fewer plays than Washington, but of course the big reason the Bears have hit on a couple of big plays. 1st and 10 from the 32. Evans getting protection and throws high to Williams, who makes a good catch at the 25-yard line and is brought down by Monty Coleman at the 25. 32 seconds to the half. 2nd and 3. Williams and Payton behind Evans. The back's release. Evans got away at the last minute, and he's inside to the 15 and goes down at the 14. He got away from Toy Bacon.
He's a good runner. He's a strong runner. All he needs is experience. That's all. And he's getting it.
Vince Evans, who went to the University of Southern California, if you have a good memory, you might remember he was the most valuable player in the 1977 Rose Bowl. It saw SC upset Michigan 14-6. He was a 6th-round draft choice, and of course he had that terrible staph infection that settled in his hip, and there are a lot of people to this day figure it's miraculous that he's just up walking around, never mind playing professional
football. That's right. There was question whether he'd even make it. You know, we were talking about great backs and blockers, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Larry Brown. He was a tremendous blocker. But he always blocked for his running mate.
We had the quote attributed to Jack Pardee early in the game about how awful it would be to come back here before a lot of friends and have the team fall on its face. Well, the Redskins still have a half to make up for it, but they have been buried under an onslaught 28-0. And with 12 seconds to the half, Pardee is worrying about a couple of more points. Evans has gone to the sidelines to huddle with Neil Armstrong, and now he'll bring the play into the huddle.
You got time for 2 passes if you throw the right type, and then still have time to kick a field goal.
Evans is 8 for 12, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has it 1st and 10 on the Washington 12-yard line. And Evans in the end zone, touchdown. James Scott. Would you believe 34-0?
Scott beat White. Scott beat Jerris White. White's playing them too loose down in there. Evans drilled it in.
So in other words, the Chicago Bears have now scored more points in the first half today than they have scored in the first half in 9 previous games total.
There it is. See, White was way off of him. You got to play him tight in there. Clamp him. He had the good protection. The Bear offensive line is giving him excellent protection today.
That told it all. Vince Evans hugging James Scott, and the point after is good. Well, the Bears are leading the Redskins 35-0. Back in 1940, the Bears beat Sammy Baugh, broke his heart in the nation's capital 73-0. Georgia halfway there. A standing ovation for the Bears as they come off the field. That's the end of the first half. The Chicago Bears 35. The Washington Redskins